What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Ultimate Fighting Badlands UFB. That's Mike.
What's up?
I'm Chris. That's Alexis.
Hi.
Yes.
We are here, guys. We are going to talk some fighting. We're going to do Moon versus Waldo. If you don't know what we do here, it's pretty simple. We're taking two Badlands cast members, or characters, I should say, and we're giving them both the Dark Chi. They both have the gift, and they're going to fight till one of them gives up or whatever. We don't say death. Yeah. We don't want that. We don't want our characters to die.
We don't want them to die.
But today, we do have Alexis with us. Alexis is from AftertBuzz TV. She does tons and tons of Into the Badlands content, plus other stuff, and she'll tell you about that later. But she is someone that you definitely want to talk to for Into the Badlands because she does know a lot. In fact, she was just on the trivia show, and you'll have to watch it to find out how she did or not. So, guys, right before we jump into this, we have a little bit of a thing here because Waldo, as we all know, is confined to a wheelchair.
Yes.
So, we know a lot about the gift, but we also don't know a lot about it. There's more that we don't know about this Dark Chi power than there is that we do. So, I'm proposing that we do two sides to the same coin here. One where the gift actually, because you would think the gift can heal, right? So you would think it heals his back, his legs, whatever was wrong with his spine or whatever, and be able to stand up and fight. But what if it doesn't? So I say that we kind of do both here.
Sure.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So why don't we do where it does heal? So I think in my mind, I feel like the gift would heal. What do you guys think?
Alexis, you go first.
I mean, I think it could because I think we've seen it kind of do a little bit. Not obviously big, major, not fatal, but like big illnesses or big injuries like what Waldo
Baji can do, right? Baji can heal with that thing, or at least take away pain.
Well, didn't the master healed her the broken arm, right?
Oh, she healed her own arm. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking of because I mean, technically, if it's broken, it's broken, but I mean, I don't know how far or how deep it would go when it comes to like nervous system stuff and things like that, but I would assume so. So I'm with you on that.
Okay.
That's tough.
Yeah, I'm with you too. It would actually be really, really cool to see that happen on the show. I just like Chris, like you said, we don't know much about it.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna be positive and say that he's gonna hop right out of the chair.
He's gonna,
Could you imagine watching that scene? That's
what I'm saying. Like, how cool would that be?
You get the gift, and you get the gift, and you get the gift. Everybody's got the gift now, right? Yeah. That would be so sick. So, all right. So Waldo has the gift. He pops up out of the chair.
Yes.
He's against Moon. Now,
this
is my thought. I'll give you my quick thoughts on Moon. Moon is big, he's strong, and he can parry like a beast. Okay? He's a weapons master. He's a swordsman. He's a master swordsman, right? But how is he at unarmed combat? We've only seen him fight with a sword. Now, obviously, you assume everybody's good at unarmed combat, but this is what we've seen though of the characters. So we're only going on what we've seen, And then now you talk about Waldo. Waldo can also parry like a beast. Okay, we've seen him do that. So now he has the gift. I also believe he's a weapons master as well. So he must be a good swordsman. He did fight with a sword. He was fighting with knives, right? While in the chair. But how well is he, also at... I mean, I think Waldo's more... We've seen more unarmed combat from Waldo than we have seen him use a weapon.
True.
So anyway, those are my preliminary thoughts on where these guys stand. What do you guys think?
I mean, I don't know. It's really tough because I agree with you that I think that Moon is quite the weapons master, and we haven't really seen much. But we also know that Waldo he's well known because of the fact of his fighting skill and everything like that. So it's really tough because I really would have liked to see like a flashback or something of Waldo when he was able to use his legs and see what type of fighting style he has. But it's so tough because you guys all know how much I love Moon. That I feel like he's invincible in a lot of different ways. I mean, he lost a hand, and I was just like, that's it. I don't know how he's going to do it. But he really prevailed. And I know that Waldo, I would never mess with him. Doesn't matter. Chair, no chair. But I feel like also with the Dark Chi, because, like you said, there isn't really a lot of answers to how powerful you really are.
Right.
I feel like Waldo with the Dark Chi, like the gift, I feel like he's a scary dude. Like I actually fear for Moon's life, just a tiny bit.
Just a tiny bit.
You heard me, Sherman. I said a tiny bit.
A tiny bit.
That I feel like because he's such a mystery, like a wild card, that I feel like we don't really know how capable he is.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to agree with you too with what we don't know about Waldo. Just remember though, obviously we all know that Sonny's special, right?
Yes.
And might be the most powerful man in the Badlands with or without the gift.
Mm-hmm.
He trained Sonny.
Right.
True.
He was his cult,
true.
right? Absolutely.
So now, how much of Waldo's training made Sonny into the man he was, or how much just raw talent did Sonny have to begin with?
Right.
I mean, and especially because Waldo has such a great eye, too, obviously, for people who are really well trained. Like, he loved, not loved Tilda, but he knew that Tilda was also special in her own way.
Yeah.
Not on the same level as Sonny, but knew that she didn't really need the widow.
Right.
Which I totally believe that. But yeah, so the fact that I feel like he knew that there was something different about Sonny and then trained him probably in a specific way to use his abilities to become the best clipper in the Badlands and now pretty much the best fighter to our extent in the Badlands. So I feel like he's literally just the wild card that nobody knows anything about him. And when it's time and he knows that it's like a serious moment where it's like, okay, it's time to fight, he could literally go either way.
So I had a thought that we've seen Moon and Waldo fight MK. We've seen Waldo fight MK when he didn't know anything, and then we've seen him after he's had the gift and he had some training fight Moon. But when you think about Moon and Waldo, they must have been around at the same time, so they have to know each other.
At least,
and if they've never squared off, like don't forget he was obviously he was with my man Quinn, like the banner behind me, and Moon was a regent as well. So especially because we know that Moon and Lydia clearly had something going on at one point in life, so they must have crossed paths. Absolutely,
at one point. Yeah.
So the Badlands was confined to a much smaller space than what we know now, and how far out of the Badlands our characters have traveled now.
Right.
So I mean, come on. I'm sure every Baron, regents have crossed paths, and the different Barons obviously crossed paths. So
I agree.
They may have fought already.
They may have. Okay, so all right. So we talked about what we think is this and that. Guys, who's winning this fight? How is this going down? Waldo can walk. Waldo's eyes are all black.
Yeah.
Does Moon's hand grow back?
See, this is what I was going to say when you said it was my turn to go. I was trying to see if it would be different if he had his hand, or if it would be different with the gauntlet.
I'll tell you.
Do you think that he's? I have a kind of an idea that he's probably stronger with the gauntlet.
I
have to agree because listen,
because of its ability and what it can do,
and he can use that as a weapon also now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Moon is a bruiser, like not for nothing, but Moon is a bruiser. He's a big man. He's a very powerful man, and he uses that power. You know what I mean? Like in my head, like video game terms, like he'd be a berserker. The sword, his sword, right? His huge sword, and it's like so. Having, like you said, having that hand makes him even stronger because it is a weapon and it's in unto itself, and it's got all those little gadgets and all those things, and like he's definitely, the dude can block swords with a hand, like, you know what I mean? It's like it doesn't even make a difference anymore, And and the fact that he can block like that with his hand, which is not that far, it's not. A sword is different when you're blocking. That's an extension. There's a distance, right? But when you're taking blows right at your face with your hand, that leads me to believe that even though we haven't necessarily seen him fight hand to hand, the dude can fight hand to hand. Like you can't block blows, if you don't know how to protect yourself when you're in close. So anyway, now Waldo, damn it, I don't know, man. I'm telling you,
because these are two classic and two powerhouses that we know for sure that they pretty much back in their day and now that they were clearly the best fighters of their time and clearly are still doing that in present. And it's also tough because you have to take like certain things into factor. Because let's say, if Waldo gets, not to be punny here, an upper hand and gets rid of it, like is able to knock the gauntlet out. There's that. He has nothing to use to block. So Moon could be in trouble at that point. But also, we've seen Moon in trouble before, and he's able to get out of it.
That's true.
And then I don't know. I feel, as much as it sucks, because I always support my main man Moon all the time. But I feel like because I don't know much about Waldo, I might be rooting for him in this one. Just a little bit. Sorry. But like, because the fact that I feel like, one, I want to know more about him and his past. One. Two, I feel like there's something that we don't know about him fighting wise, and I would love to see what that looks like. If he could walk. If he's in the wheelchair though, hands down Moon. For sure.
Well, I know you guys said that earlier, but we'll get to that at the very end. But I wanted to say about Waldo real quick is that, to me, he seems like he's a beast also. Like, he seems like he's a brawler. Like, there was a little bit of finesse when he was, like, messing around with MK and stuff. But, I don't know, man. Like, in his heyday, I think he was a bruiser. Like, I think he was raw power. Like, I think he decimated people. I don't think he was as smooth as Daniel. Like, as Sonny. Sonny's very smooth. Sonny's very smooth and calculated. I feel like Waldo would put you down harsh. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he was a bruiser. Like, ugh.
Well, look at how he adapted to being in the wheelchair.
True.
Remember the Conclave fight too? He decimated at that fight, man.
Exactly. If you're a regent and your fighting skill and you're very experienced and you're one of the top guys, and then you have such a tragic injury to now where you're in a wheelchair, how many people would have just rolled over or
even got rid of you?
Yeah.
Quinn didn't get rid of him, so
listen, he moved around when he was fighting with MK in the chairs, like all over, you know what I mean? And he has his little didn't he have some kind of like things that shot out or something? Or
he had the blades,
some sort of like flying blades.
Oh yeah.
So listen, the guy adapted well. I think he's super, super experienced. I'm going to go on the fact that I think that Waldo may be a little bit older than Sherman.
More experienced, yeah.
So,
you see, but I don't know about that. We
really don't.
I don't know. I mean,
we know how we know Sherman in real life, so it's like so you're kind of like, but that's the thing though. You know what I mean? You can't let that. That's why I said they probably are around the same age in the show and they know each other because age doesn't really make a difference. But what I'm saying is, that's why I was thinking about that. Like, would Waldo be older than Moon? But then, they would have known each other, of course, so I don't know. But I mean,
for me, I feel like the only reason why, like, I think the thing that's like driving me to be more on Waldo's side in this fight is because of the fact that if you're right and he was a bruiser before, it's kind of interesting because as a martial artist myself, I feel like when you start out with one style and you're kind of forced to do a little bit something different, I feel like it completely changes your technique and it makes it better. So I feel like having two different types of styles, he's already a level up from Moon. Because if Moon is just, even though yes, he is, we haven't really seen hand to hand from him yet. So that's also kind of in the dark for us. But we've mostly seen sword skills from him. So I feel like if Waldo was more of a brawler back in the day, then became a regent with Quinn and had to learn, clearly because the cults and everything had to learn to fight hand to hand and then eventually learn how to use a sword or some sort of weapon. It would be interesting to see him transition from using his fists to using a weapon. And then now in a chair, which he clearly is like, well, I can't just use my fists now. I have to use a different way. So I feel like he's just always learning a new style to further himself into fighting. Me personally. So I feel like he's the scarier one out of the two for right now, to me.
But Moon also adapted too, though, right?
He did when he lost his hand, for sure.
So he's also adaptable.
It's a different level of adaptability. I think, though.
But like you said, if Moon... Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I was going to say, we also don't know how long Waldo's been in this chair.
Right, yeah.
And we don't know if he was really young. We also don't know if it was like...
I mean, listen, it was enough for him to train, Sonny for however long. And I'm gonna say if Waldo's able to get out of the chair, I'm giving it to Waldo. I'm gonna give it to him because number one, he trained Sonny, and that's a big factor.
Yeah.
Huge.
So there has to be a part of Waldo, and Waldo must have had a similar style to teach Daniel a certain way, and just overall adapting to getting into that chair and still being able to kick ass. I'm sorry, Sherman. I'm giving this one to Waldo, I think.
Yeah.
All right. So I got to weigh in here. The one thing man,
Sonny is the big factor.
Well, you know what?
Look at who he is.
The other thing is too. I just like think about. So I'm picturing Waldo with the gift as a monster, right? Mm-hmm. Just a monster. But then I think about Moon with the gift, and I just see that power. The only thing I'm worried about is that, like you said, if he does lose that hand in the fight,
it's not a good thing.
What's going to happen?
Isn't.
You know, not that he can't defend himself, you know, but he did have to relearn how to use, you know, his left hand and then use this as a weapon. And so, I think I have to say Waldo too.
Yeah, because like in my head right now, what's playing, since Waldo is really good with throwing those knives or blades or anything like that, I can totally see Waldo using that hand to block several blades doing that. Yeah. And then if Waldo can walk, I can see him running up, grabbing the blades and like flipping over him, taking the gauntlet off, and then Moon's just like, I don't know what to do. I mean, obviously, like, clearly he can still fight after that because he can do it with one hand. But at the same time, that's just one thing that you've lost.
And don't forget,
I feel like Waldo was very spry enough to do when he's out of the wheelchair.
When he's out of the wheelchair. And they have the gift, guys. So it's like these, you know, the thing is, and we never specify this, and I know everybody watching or listening, I know we never actually specified how long these people have had the gift, but we're going on the assumption that they've had it long enough to acclimate to it, like the Abbotts. You know what I mean? The Abbotts can turn it on and off, and they're beasts when they're beasts when it's on or off. It doesn't matter. The Abbotts are insane. Oh, we need to do like a group fight. The Abbotts versus that's gonna have to be one. Okay.
Happen in the show.
Yeah, I know.
I need it.
So
I need that final showdown.
Yeah. So all right. So man, sorry, Sherman. Man, we love you so much, but I think just Waldo has got the edge. But. Let's do this though. This will help. Waldo doesn't get out of the chair. He's got the gift, but he's in the chair. What's happening?
Is literally just like slice and just
I think.
You think he's picking him up in the chair and tossing him and like?
Pretty much. I mean, again, Waldo will definitely put up a fight. It's not going to be like a slash and done. Like it's definitely not what it's going to be.
It's not going to be easy, right? It's not going to be easy for Moon to take him out.
I think Moon will definitely get hurt in that fight somewhere, not sure where, but definitely will get hurt. Maybe a few blades in a leg or an arm or something like that. But I can't see it. I think Moon would totally find a way to overcome him, sadly enough, in the chair and win. Yeah.
It's too much. It's like
it's too much of
when, like Moon has a disadvantage because he could possibly lose a part of what would help him win. Now Waldo has that disadvantage of he's got this chair that if he's knocked out of it, what's he gonna do? Crawl? You know, like.
I'm trying to remember what type of wheelchair he's in. If it's like a full metal chair, or if there's like fabric behind him.
Well, I'll tell you because I did the images for this thing. The ones they have him in, it really just looks like a regular chair. And if you think back to the fight, it doesn't have a very high back. You know what I mean? No, it's not a very high back. It's below. So like, you know.
Because I feel like if Moon gets behind him with his long sword, he could literally just go right through that fabric, through.
Yeah. It's not. I don't think it's.
He is very nimble with the chair. He's very quick with the chair.
It'll be tough. It'll be tough for Moon.
Who knows if Moon would be able to.
Yeah, because he could probably put like another object through the wheel, and then he's stuck there. What is he gonna do?
Yeah.
Like fall out of it?
Again, that's the thing. It's a mechanical thing. And once he loses his mobility. Then you're kind of screwed.
And I feel like that would be that terrible dramatic scene of him like crawling on the floor to grab some sort of weapon, Sherman standing over him, just be like, you know. Yeah. And it's just like, well, no.
Yeah. Or would Sherman have sympathy for him and just say, listen,
not with the gift. Not if he's got the gift, man. Not if that thing's turned on.
Well. Let's see. I mean, the mysteries of the gift. That's another video topic we can do.
I just feel like Moon would, because he's such a calm, cool, collected person. Yeah. I feel like that's what makes him more scary if he's under the dark gift, because I feel like with Waldo, even though we haven't really seen him fully fight, but I feel like he also uses a lot of anger, rage.
We all feel that dude's just like there's a rage under there that
Yeah, and I feel like with Moon, he's finally hit that point because we obviously had the revenge plot for a whole season with Moon. Yeah. I feel like he's finally at a point now where he's like, okay, I'm not exactly happy with everything, but I'm also glad to be alive, and I just lost my hand, so we're good here. And I feel like he would be, at least under the Dark Gift, I feel like he would be a little bit more in control.
Right.
And I feel like with Waldo, at least to me, that I feel like he would just be like, like just kind of like, I feel like with Tilda too, like I feel like it would just be emotion happening, you know, or excitement because if he was out of the chair at that point, he's like, oh my gosh, look at all this. So, yeah.
All right. All right.
Very cool. Very
so
good
we did it.
We
you know, Waldo's getting one side, or you know, Moon's gonna get the other side. So, you know, you guys can weigh in and let us know what you think. You know, I mean, I think that's pretty definitive. We said this is this one and this is this way. So, you know,
this is a tough one. This is a really tough one. I feel
man,
extremely circumstantial.
Yeah, it would be so cool, man. Man, Waldo, why you gotta go be filming avatars right now? I mean, I love Avatar and all, but we need Waldo back.
I know, I agree.
Okay.
That would be a kick-ass scene to see Waldo hop out of that, right?
So bad.
Yeah.
If anybody can animate, if you guys want to animate that, you want to do an 8-bit animation of that, you know what I'm saying?
By all means.
Yeah, we're commissioning whoever wants to do that. But yeah, good stuff. All right, so hey, listen, guys, that's gonna do it. This has been another UFB match. Alexis, where can they reach you?
You guys can find me again all over social media at ATORRES890. That's ATORRES890. Twitter, Instagram, all the things. You
AftertBuzz. Find you on AftertBuzz.
Yeah, I have a bunch of stuff there. Obviously, watch our Into the Badlands after show. We talked to a lot of great people, and we had a lot of crazy theories in the beginning, and obviously a lot of questions, like we all do about the show, like what's happening.
Right.
So yeah, definitely hit me up. I want to talk about it with everybody, so let me know.
Awesome. You can reach us at thirdpersonpod.com. Of course, we want to see all the comment section below filled up with all your ideas about this matchup. You can check us out at Third Person Pod on Instagram, on Twitter. You can have a listen to this on iTunes as well. Thank you so much, Alexis, for coming on. This was a lot of fun. Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Yep, definitely. We'll have to have you back on for another match. We'll come up with Moon versus someone else.
I mean, also throw me with either Widow or Tilda, because man, lady.
Well, I'll tell you.
They need to get with it.
we have one in the works with Waldo versus Tilda, so maybe we'll have you back on with that one. Yeah, that could be a tough one too. That's gonna do it, guys. Also, don't forget to check out all the interviews that we've done on this channel with the casting crew from Into the Badlands. And please check out our trivia show, Into the Badlands. Alexis was also on the trivia show, like I mentioned earlier. So you're going to have to go see how she did on that. And yeah, we've had the casting crew on that show. And so, hey, listen, we're trying to pump out as much content for Into the Badlands as we can. Again, the Facebook group is a fantastic resource to meet people like us and like yourselves who are watching the show. So go look in the description. You can see the link for the Facebook group there. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it. This was a little bit long, but you know what? It was worth it because it
was a lot of fun.
It was awesome. So again, Alexis, thank you so much. And we'll see you on the next UFB.
Bye, guys.